44 minutes into the stream, we'll get on topic. Yay! Chat! We have it officially. The last of the Yu Yu Hakusho cards. The time-shifted reprints. Ooh. We've got 35 of these tabs up here that we get to go through. We're going to talk about the time-shifted reprints that are coming to Standard, and I want to talk about the last, the time-shifted reprints that are coming to Retro, getting your guys' thoughts and opinions on them, starting with Boton. Chat, do you like this card? Character card, 625. Enhance your attack, your rival discards one random card and draws a card. And there's about twice per turn. After your attack deals damage, gain 2 health, and your rival loses 1 health. So a little burn, a little healing, pretty good. Keep calling them time warps. My answer is I like Boton. I think Boton was not given a fair shake inside of the format that she was initially in, because there was so much anti-discard and things that like specifically targeted the cool thing that she did. With that said, the Enhance Your Attack is going to spend a lot of time inside of the game, and so you just have to make sure that as you're playing as or against Boton, you need to make sure that you are playing at a good pace. Otherwise, I think this character is totally fine. 625 that heals a bunch. I mean, like healing 4 damage over the course of a turn is like a lot. It negates an attack essentially. If I can hit you twice, I negated one of your attacks in a previous turn, and they all get +1 damage, right? We've seen how sneaky good that is on like Dabi 3, right? Dabi 3 accidentally like hits really hard because he pushes up an additional burn damage. It's surprisingly good. It's way better than I initially gave it any credit for. And then like the ability to like have Boton stop my opponent from sculpting is also very, very strong. But we'll move on to the next character. This character, in Byakko, 538, has the air, earth, and fire symbols. Enhance once per turn. If you have 30 or more cards in your discard pile, add a card from your discard pile to the top of your deck, period. And then enhance mill 3, your attack gets +X damage. X equals the highest difficulty on a foundation in either stage. Spoilers, they gave Byakko back one of his 5 difficulty moves. We have 4s and 5s under the earth symbol inside of the hood kit. It's so easy to just accidentally put 5 damage on all of your moves. And the hidden text of enhance your attack, mill 3, your rival flips 1 foundation. It's so easy. It's so quick to get 30 or more cards in your discard pile so that you can confirm a check or draw a selective card that you want. It's very, very strong. I think that this guy was really good back in his old format, and I think that he's just as good now. I think the Echo keyword is going to suit super well with him. I think that like the 6 difficulty package from Hood is going to sit really well with him. It is very, very strong. And this mill 3, your rival flips a foundation, is really, really good, guys. It's really, really good. And if you are not prepared to play without any of your foundations, you're gonna have a really hard time against Byakko. Have a really hard time. Up next, one of the cards that I don't know how good this card is, truthfully. Koima's Task. It's a 3/5 2 mid block. It has Death, Good, and Order. Have I played as -1 yet? I have. It's okay. It's decent. My thing about -1, is that he has to play 5 diffs, and Byakko doesn't. Byakko can play 3 diffs and just give them 5 damage. But Koima's Task. Form, remove, name a card, search your deck for all copies of the named card and add them to your hand, period. Then name another card, search your rival's deck for all copies of the named card, remove them, period. Only playable if there's at least 1 copy of Koima's Task in both your discard pile and remove from game pile. Response, remove after rival plays an ability on an action card, cancel it. I think this card is very, very strong. I think this card's very, very strong. My thing is I don't know, under these 3 symbols, how we easily get the first Koima's Task removed. I don't know how we selectively get that guy removed. I don't know. I don't have like an answer. I'm sure chat has done a little bit more research than I have, but like, I don't know how to just like get rid of the card. Repeated seal toss is probably the easiest. That is one hell of a loop to jump through if that's the easiest way to do it, which means like this card is not nearly as potent as it used to be, but anything that says response remove after like cancel an action is incredible, right? The Genkai Secret Rare I think is going to be so good, right? The Genkai Secret Rare is so good, and I think that the ability to like cancel that abort my attack is like so good. Basically be Night Eye, and if it happens, it happens. Yo, this has 2 Night Eye symbols. That's really good. That could turn Night Eye into an actual mill deck. Whoa. You Koima's Task, name Koima's Task, grab your second one, remove 4 copies of their move. Koima's Task, grab 4 copies of your own thing, remove 4 more copies of theirs. That's really good. And like you're instantly online. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, I dig it. I'm excited to see Koima's Task back. I think it's very good. This card, the Dark Tournament Looms, 1/5 to mid-block, enhance remove. Add a card from your momentum to your hand, period. Draw 1 card. This card is very strong. It was strong inside its format when it first came out. This card is very good now. Momentum is king. There's very little ways to grab your momentum back. It's very hard to do that. And so just a 1/5 to mid-block that says draw an attack and a free bonus card is so good. There's a lot of characters that can just like snap a free momentum inside of this set, and so just ripping an extra attack, or even right, you have a 2 mid block, you want it to be something else, just play the Dark Tournament Looms, and it says draw a card. Like it's just a 1/5 that says draw a card. Like what the heck? It's so crazy. Amazing. Chaos Toga. This is 2 Toga symbols, man. It's got chaos and life. Actually, too, I don't want my opponents to have this. Yeah, this card is very good. It was slept on in previous formats strictly due to the fact of like there were better actions. There were better things that you could be doing besides the Dark Tournament Looms. And so this is scary. And the fact that we get to see what the momentum is. So anytime that we like steal a random one, right? We get to be like, "Oh, I want that one actually. I want that one," and replace itself. It's very strong. It's very strong. Probably could have gone errata to not even say remove, and it would still be played. Up next, we have Psychic Spirit Glass. It's a 2/5/3 mid-block. Unique, has the all, order, and void symbol. Form remove. Your rival reveals their hand. Choose 1 card revealed this way. Your rival cannot play copies of the chosen card for the rest of the turn. That includes blocking. This card is very strong. It was strong back in its day, but there were certainly easier ways to cheat it in, right? My opponent goes down to 1 card in their hand. You just get a free look. Hey, I would like to look. This card is good. The question is who wears this card the best? Can I afford an asset? Are there any asset-based decks? This doesn't have any mimic symbols, which is like my biggest thing, right? Play it in Harden Barrage just to unflip it. That's interesting. There's just like oh, you're saying play it in the loop. Oh, I just like form remove, look at their hands, remove their high block. That's a very smart idea, Big Zorby. Yeah, in the loop. Yeah. I would run it in Gentle. I love that. Does it share with the Denki DLC attack? Order and Void. You mean Denki 2? Or do you mean you mean the other one. Let me go check. Cuz I don't think it does. I know that one has Chaos and Fire. Chaos Fire attack. It has Chaos Fire Air, so it does not share anyone. It does share one symbol with the new build the card in, right? Like discard momentum, build an asset in. It shares the all symbol with that card. It's like there's a way to cheat it in, but it's just not very consistent. But if this card gets on the board, it's very good. It's like a slightly better version of like what It's like it's a different version of what La Brava was doing. Dramatic Presence, correct. Yeah, that's the one that Card was talking about. Up next, we have 16 instant slashes. 5/3, 5 mid for 5 with a 2 high block, has Fury Weapon as the keywords Chaos, Fire, and Void. Hiei Enhance, if you have exactly 16 cards in your discard pile, this deck is unblockable, period. Weird. And then First Enhance, this attack gets +1 speed and +1 damage for each Fury Momentum, period. That's cool. And then First Enhance, your next check to play an attack is X equals your momentum. So either, if you have like a decent amount of momentum, you, if you have a decent enough momentum, it can either flow into your next move, or it can be a big dump, a big pump, right? This deck gets XX, and it already starts at big, right? It's a 5 diff, 5 mid for 5. They're even having like 2 momentum, right? You get like, it's a 7 for 7 if you have 2 momentum, or you get +2 to your check, so your next one can't fail. Yeah, I'm not positive. I'm not positive if like it's the best move, but maybe with some stuff leaving from set 1, this card could come in, right? Or maybe like if there's like a void weapon package that we could want to play, like a single copy of Instant Shining Flashes could make your way in. It's fine. It's fine. I think Meh is the right call. Up next, we have Bat Strike. 4/3, 3 low for 4 with a 1 low block, has Death, Order, and Void. Fury Weapon, Enhance. If this attack deals damage, your rival loses X health. X equals the number of cards they discarded this turn. Sometimes this is burn 1. In Boton, sometimes this is like burn 7. I hit you for 4 and I bonk you for like another 5. This card's pretty good when it's pretty good, but it's really lackluster when it's lackluster. It's not really for me. Bakugo 4, this card's fine in Bakugo 4. This card's fine in Bakugo 4. It's only burn 1, right? The Bakugo only clears the 1 card. Sometimes this gets like the extra stats on it. I think my people saying Bakugo 4. I think there's just better stuff that you could probably be doing under the Death and Void symbols. Maybe not Void, but under the Death, I think there's better stuff that you could be doing, Fury wise. But maybe again with set 1 leaving, I haven't done all the research. This card's cool. For Boton, this card's fun. I mean, this is her best card. This is Boton's best card, and it's not close. I know we'll talk about the other one, but pretty good. Beast Summoning, 4/3. 2 mid block. It's a 3 mid for 5. Ally, safe, stun 1, air, earth, fire. Enhance, lose 4 health, add a copy of Beast Summoning from discard pile to your hand, period. Enhance, if you have 30 or more cards in your discard pile, ready 1 foundation with a printed difficulty of 3, 4, or 5 that has not been ready this combat phase. So I used to play a card pool clearing deck that was Beast Summoning deck. I would play all my Beast Summonings and then clear them all and then play another one and then keep rocking. There's not a ton of card pool clearing at the moment, at least not with these 3 symbols, right? Like you could do it with like Asui 1 or Asui 3 under the air symbol, right? I'll discard a card, clear my alley, or clear my move, and then go pick up another one. But lose 4 health is a pretty big cost. I think that cards like this are important for our 5-handers to have, right? I'm seeing in here of like legally distinct from Relentless Barrage. To be fair, this is the OG, right? Like this is the one that came first. So when I saw Relentless Barrage, I saw Beast Summoning, not the other way around. But I think 5-handers having access to a Beast Summoning Relentless Barrage style tactic inside of their deck is important. I think that like the reason that those characters are allowed to work and like be aggressive on turns 2 and 3 whenever they need to be is by having some sort of I'm gonna lose health in order to gain an attack back, right? I'm losing 4, hoping it's not gonna kill myself so I can deal 5 maybe more damage to you. That's the goal. Yeah, I think this card is fine. I'm happy it exists in the format. I don't know how much play it'll see. Up next, we have Hatefish. 4/3, 1 low for 7 with a 2 low block. Enhance, double the next speed or damage bonus this deck receives. Only playable if this card is immediately preceded by an attack or face down card, period. Enhance. If your rival is at Desperation, this attack gets +2 speed. So if my rival is at Desperation, this is a 5 low for 7, all by its lonesome. The number one thing that I see about this card that I forgot existed is Hiei in this set has the evil symbol. So Hiei says that you have to have 2 low blocks in order to fully block my hate fish. And he can give speed. This thing can give itself speed. It can give the damage. It's very good. What is safe? Don't worry about it. Not a keyword. But this card, I think this card is good. I think this card is very good. It's got it's very slow, very low. But like, imagine Overhaul opening with Hate Fish under Evil, and you know they have a maximum Overhaul on your stage. Which one do you block? I mean, are you down just to take 7, possibly 9 inside of Evil Overhaul with this card? Then it doesn't matter how slow it is, right? There's the question. There's the question. Okay. We'll now talk about Massive Blow. This card's very good. 5/3. 3 high for 8. Fury, powerful 3, stun 1. Enhance, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. If your printed health is greater than your rival's, this attack gets +2 to its powerful rating, and your opponent flips 1 foundation. Sometimes, this is a powerful 5 move. In Bakugo 2, this is always a powerful 5 move. This is always a 5 high for 8, powerful 5, stun 1. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's got a bad block in comparison to all these other time warped cards. But I think this card is fine. I think it's like a cool 2 of, right? Especially if like you care about discarding the top 3 cards of your deck. Whoa. Look at the colons here and the colons here. Oh, look at this. Enhance colon. Discard the top 3 cards of your deck. Colon. If my opponent tries to cancel it and I don't want to discard the 3 cards, then I'm not going to. Because who knows? In Bakugo 2, it can become powerful 7. I think it's really hard for Bakugo to have a printed health greater than his rivals when he's at 20. He could certainly powerful 7 the hell out of somebody if they have 19 health. But unlikely to happen. Unlikely to happen. I think this card is cool. I think this card is good. I think this card is going to mess up your whenever we play in a like sealed draft. Oh, next we have Mop Strike. 4/3, 1 mid block, 4 high for 4. Desperation 3 weapon. Desperation says that whenever you are at less than half health, this number becomes this number. So this 4 becomes a 3. Death Order Void. Enhance, discard 1 card, colon. Your rival discards a random card. Both players draw a card. Enhance, if your rival has discarded a card this turn, draw 1 card. So I discard 1. For you to discard 1, we both draw 1. Neat. Enhance, you've discarded a card. Idiot. I'll draw a bonus. This card's super good. It was playable in old decks. It's going to be very playable in new decks. Yeah, this card's good. There's actually nothing that we can say to pump up this card. This card is just a +1 as a 3 difficulty attack. It's super good. If you can put 80 amount of stats on this card, it's going to be very annoying. Up next, we have Ore Strike. 5/2, 0 mid block, 4 low for 7. Desperation 3, taunt weapon. Has Death Order Void. Enhance, colon, draw 1 card for each card your rival has discarded this turn. You know, really hating on the fact that my opponent is having a miserable time and not having cards in their hand. And then Deadlock Enhance, one of the only deadlocks in Yu Yu Hakusho. It could be the only one. It's the only deadlock in Yu Yu Hakusho Dark Tournament. Yep. Your rival discards 3 cards. So if they go to deadlock, discard 3 cards out of your hand. This is a printed 7 damage move. Very strong. This number and this number are going to shy people away, but you could win somebody back with this number, this number. Having a 3/2 we saw in last format is pretty good. The question is how much can I make you discard cards? Discarding cards has historically been like a really feels bad mechanic of like, oh, my opponent is making me discard a bunch of cards, I'm not enjoying the game, I'm going to overcorrect, and UVS games will print a ton of discard hate. With that said, there's already good discard hate inside of the set. That's the question. That's the question. Up next, we have Rando's Spirit Gun. Another 2-check, right? 5/2 with a 1 mid block. It's a 5 mid for 5. Has the All Chaos and Evil symbol. Charge, EX2, ranged, powerful 4. They put every keyword on this card. Enhance. If this attack has received a speed and damage bonus, it gets +2 speed and +2 damage. Okay. Enhance. You may play once per turn abilities on your character a second time this turn. Only playable if the card immediately preceding this is an attack or face down card. So this card is interesting because in the decks in standard, in the old format, I'll say retro. In the decks in retro that can abuse this card and use this card, do just that. They abuse it. And the decks that don't want to use this card truly have no business trying to use it. This card is good, but I think just the ability to play your once per turn abilities a second time is not worth the 6 diff that exists on it. I think that if it's received a speed and damage bonus, it gets the 2/2. It's a 7 mid for 7 that lets you do it. It's very good. But it does have EX2 and power 4, which is pretty good. I don't know. I think this card is fine. I just don't know if it deserves to be everywhere, you know? This in Deku, yeah, this in Deku 5 is very good, right? He gives the speed and damage, which gives it more, right? It's +5 +3, so it's a 10 for 8 that lets you discard redraw, right? I want this in my Kurogiri too. Yeah, I mean, like there's plenty. Like the question is in your Kurogiri 2 now, how do you get the damage so that it is now it's +5 +2 +X, right? There's the question. I think that in order to like really get the most value out of this card, you want to be able to consistently utilize this top enhance, and that's how I feel about it. Up next, we have Rapid Speed / 4/3 1 mid block, 4 low for 4, breaker 1 EX3 weapon, enhance draw card, or add the top card of your deck to your momentum. Only playable if you have at least 1 momentum. Paying the price, bench press. Yeah, true. Yeah, that's great. That's great if you can get it rocking. This card is incredible. This card's really, really good. Draw a card or add the top card of your deck to your momentum. Only playable if you have at least 1 momentum is very good. With how easy it is to snap quick momentum in this format, it's very good. Is this the bat thing from the explosion guy? That's not true, right? Because isn't the first time we see this bat thing in the Dark Tournament? And isn't this a screenshot from before that? I haven't watched the show. I'm asking. It's in the castle. It's in the same castle that we found the zombies in. It's in the maze castle. I know that card. That card's called Twisty Surroundings now. Nice. We've done it. Anywho, this is a 1 mid block breaker 1 with EX3. This is a good card. This is one of the good ones. We'll move on. Spirit Charged Kick. 5/3 0 low block. Holy shit. It's a 4 high for 6. Has the death good life symbol. Charge EX3 kick. Enhance. Your next attack this turn gets +1 damage for each resource symbol it shares with your character. Enhance. Your next attack this turn gets -1 difficulty. I think this card is not going to see play. I think that everybody's going to press 1, and then they're not going to play this card. I think this card having EX3 and is a 6 damage move is very good. I think this card saying your next attack this turn gets -1 difficulty is very good. I think this card having a 0 low block is very good. I don't think people are going to play it. I think this card does not show up on non-spirit lists. Yusuke is going to play the shit out of this card, right? Yusuke is going to love this one. I'll play Spirit Charge Kick. My Spirit Gun final is going to be 1 cheaper, right? I played it on a 5, not on a whatever, right? I played in Yusuke and Genkai. I don't even think that Genkai is going to be playing the Spirit package. I know. Call me crazy. I think that she's allowed to not. Yusuke has to. It says the word Spirit on him. I think this card is playable, but people won't. We'll move on. Spirit slash 4/3 high block 4 high for 4 has Earth, good water, Fury safe weapon. After this card leaves your card pool during the combat phase, build a top card of your deck face down. Period. And then enhance if you have more foundation. If you have more face down foundations than your rival, this deck gets 2 speed and 1 damage. The first thing that Jose Naruto said to me about this card was, "This card would be pretty good in your Asui deck, right?" And I went, yeah, but my high blocks are spoken for. I think that Tasty Riff and Vast Hybrid under the water symbol are just better than what this card has available to you. Tasty Riff is just like a way better version of what this card is wanting to do. And I think that the, I think after this card leaves your card pool during the combat phase, I think this is surprisingly hard to do. I think that this is tough to do. But if you have more face downs than your rival, it gets 2 speed and damage. Feels pretty good. I think that this is a good budget card if you don't have things like Falling Skies, right? In like your Ochako decks, right? This is a 4 high for 4 that says if I have more face downs, I get more stats. She gives stats on face, right? This could be a 6 high for 5, and then put +2 3 or +3 on the other ones. Like, there's certainly ideas of what what Spirit Slash could be doing. My big thing is I don't know how you're doing this. I don't know how you're doing, how you're clearing the card outside of, like, Asui. I don't get it. I don't get it. Up next, we have Sword. Get Longer. It's a 6/3, 2 mid block, 6 mid for 6. Desperation 4, safe weapon. Earth, good, water. Again, Desperation 4, meaning that when you're at less than half health, this number becomes a 4 diff. If you have the good symbol, enhance. Build the top X cards of your deck. Face down. X is 8 minus your hand size. Good thing that All Might 1 was rotating, huh? couldn't let All Might 1 accidentally build 8 cards. That would be silly. This card's cool. This card's fine. This card having the weapon keyword might be relevant somewhere, but I don't know where. My question is as I look here, right? You ready? I'm gonna blind everybody. Good 5-hander search. This makes sense. This is pretty good. This is not very good. This is very good. This is very good. Neat. That's it. That's all of them. That's all of them. Sorry about that. I lost my thing. Nope, I lost my poll. Where'd it go? I think this card's fine. Best card ever? I don't think that's true. We'll move on. To the new best card ever, Tiger Scream. Another 6 diff. 6/2, 1 mid block, 3 mid for 6. Range safe, stun 1. All air, earth, fire. If you have 30 or more cards in your discard pile, this deck gets -1 difficulty, period. So sometimes it's a 5 diff. Byakugo Enhance. Mill 4. This deck gets X damage. X equals the total printed difficulty of the cards milled this way. And then enhance flip one of your flip one of your rival's foundations. So selective flip, this has stun 1, and this thing gets massive damage. This card is bad. This card is bad. Attacking on turn 1 doesn't exist anymore. Playing the all character idea doesn't exist anymore. What this card does is it just narrows everybody's focus on what Byakugo could do. It focuses it and go, I'm only playing an Earth deck with the 6 difficulty hood package so that I can play my Tiger Scream on turn 2 as my 3rd card and have it be a 6. My opponent doesn't have enough blocks and I try to gotcha them. That's it. That's it. That's all this card says. Which, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. I genuinely think, like, there are, even in Byakugo, there are other 6 difficulties that I would rather play. I have it sitting on my desk. I'll find it. I'd rather play the Earth 6 diff that came out of the starter, the Clash deck. I'll find it. I'd rather play split second standoff like 100 out of 100 times. In Byakko, this is a 7 mid for 8 printed, and then you give it more damage with Byakko. You give it 5 more damage because you built a 5 diff. That's way better than what Tiger Scream's going to do. That's way better than what Tiger Scream's going to do. The only other thing that does in Byakko is mill 4, but like we're going to get there, right? If you want the important parts of this, you just play Riku's 5 diff. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, this card's not good. I'll be upset when I open it as a rare. A Sun's Love. 5/3. Non-block, ladies and gentlemen. You are not legally allowed to block with this card. Crazy they brought back non-blocks. All life water. First form, commit. Draw 1 card, period. Your rival may add the top card of the deck to the momentum. If they do, draw a bonus card. It doesn't have any other text on it. It just doesn't have any other text. Neat. It's blank. First form commit, I draw a card. You can get a momentum. If you get a momentum, I get a second card, turning my 7-handers into an 8-hander, sometimes a 9-hander if you want a momentum as well. I think this card is going to see a play at a 1-of in most of these decks. I think this card is good enough to see play at the 1-of, because I think first form commit, draw a free card is very good. Most of the time, your rival is not going to take that momentum because their momentum is not normally worth the potential damage of the extra card that you get. So if you have the foundations to play, first form commit, become +1 hand size is very good. It's just good. Repeatable, I'm going to draw a bonus card. Incredible. It's very, very good. Tam, it also has enhanced weave around deadlock, maybe. No, deadlock's not real. It can't hurt you anymore. This card's good. It'll see play at like a 1-of maybe. Aerial Recon. 2/4, 2 mid block. This is a hilarious picture of Boton. Has Boton symbols. Response, flip. After rival discards a card during the combat phase, look at their hand, period. Very neat. I love that's really good flavor. And the response once per turn, tenacious or playable or committed. After your rival discards a card during the combat phase, ready this foundation. This card is bad. It was bad back in the day. It's bad now. It's not even a card that I will be using for like chaff if I open it inside of my deck. It's just not. This card's one of the bad ones. Up next, we have Crimson Sparrow. 2/5, 2 low block, has Air Evil Order. Response card pool : after your attack deals damage, ready 1 foundation that has not been ready this combat phase, period. So this is interesting. I want to know who wants to put this in their card pool and feels good about it. Right? Maybe like we watched Mandalay on stream last night. Is Mandalay the answer of who wants to play this? And then discard a card, : this deck gets +1 or -2 speed. This is one of the very bad cards from the OG YUYU Hakusho set. This card was never saw play. Never. No Mandalay symbols? Yeah, who knows then? Yeah, I think this card is just not going to see play. It is very good to have discard card outlets inside of your deck. It is. Discard a card to do a thing, right? It is a good thing to do because cycling through cards and having bonus review steps on my opponent's turn is very good. But man, it's not great. This card's not wonderful. Up next, we have Genkai's Training, another 1/5. Heard people hot about discard outlets for Shigaraki? Yes, yeah. Import of the TTS table updated? Hell yes, Scavenger. Thank you so much. 1/5, non-block. This has Yusuke 1 symbol, so death, good, life. Enhance commit : if you try to block this deck with a card that shares at least 2 symbols with your character, its block modifier becomes 0, period. This is just a repower creeped version of the All Might card that we got in the starter deck, because you are allowed to block with actions. You're allowed to block with Showdown and make it 0. You're allowed to block with your 4 mid blocks now and make them 0 on your attacks and your actions. You're just allowed to do that now. It's very good. And then Tenacious, discard a momentum, ready this foundation, period. This is a very, very good card. This card is one of the very good spams Strictly because like it having the top enhance is like okay. This bottom enhance of discard a momentum, ready this foundation, so that you may either block again or keep doing your symbols, or keep readying your board is very good. Deserving of the null block, correct. Yeah, the only reason that like these cards have no blocks is because of Genkai. Because Genkai says discard for like your bad blocks become like really relevant. This card is not allowed to have a block. Because she for sure plays the hell out of it. Up next, we have Hiding in Plain Sight. It's a 2/5/3 high block with all chaos evil. Enhance, add this card to your momentum. If your rival is a desperation, add the top card of your deck to your momentum. This card's crazy. We live in an echo-filled world, and if my opponent is half dead, this card counts as 2 extra momentum. Being able to, like, on turn 1, play Hiding in Plain Sight, on turn 2, play... Where's it at? Rapid Speed Slash, and just get to draw the card. It's super good. This is like a different version of like what Vast Hybrid wanted to do, right? It's good for MHACCG. It's fine for MHACCG. MHACCG wants face-up momentum, and this card is not face-up momentum. This card is good for most people. MHACCG likes momentum, but he wants it all to be face-up if possible. It's fine. It's nothing to write home about. But anybody who just like wants to have momentum loves this card. Loves this card dearly. Up next, we have High Spirit Awareness. 2/5 non-block. Earth, good water, enhance rival's turn, flip, add a face down foundation from your stage to your hand, period. Fine. There's nothing really to write home about. There's not a lot of like, it lets you like rebuild a foundation or whatever. And then Kuwabara responds, discard a momentum, after a deadlock ability is played, cancel it. I think that Kuwabara needed this card because he wants to build the deadlock so desperately bad. He just like wants it so my hair's going crazy. He wants to build into deadlock so unbelievably bad that he just like, he needs a way to cancel deadlocks. I'm happy this card came back. I'm happy it came back. Up next, we have Human Hunter. 1/5/3 low block. Response commit. After your attack deals damage, your next attack this turn gets +2 speed and -1 damage. Has all chaos evil. This card's neat. I think response commit for your next one to get stats is like a little tough, but we haven't really had a ton of that inside of the current standard of like enhance commit. My next one gets 2/1. And it's a response speed, so like if you have like flash attacks, it could work. I think there's an idea of like this card could exist at like if you're looking for like a 1/5 low block slot and you wanted to put like 2 of these in your deck, I wouldn't hate it. I truly wouldn't hate it. It turns on Rando Spirit Gun as it's probably designed to do. Correct. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. But commit a foundation for extra stats is like a high cost to play. We don't really have to talk about this one. Keiko's Aid. 2/5/3 high block, death, good, life, response, flip. After you block an attack, your rival's next attack gets +2 difficulty, period. This is undeniably the best foundation in the set, and it's a common. I think this is the best foundation in the set. I think it's really good. This card just says, after you block an attack, you don't die on turn 2. This card is needed and wanted in the format, and I'm so happy it came back. You're not getting away from this breaker 2. Correct. I wish it had an Ochako 4 symbol. Zodiac, you're crazy. This card having an Ochako 4 symbol would be very silly. I'm happy it does not. She does not need to be able to unflip this. Overhaul, though. Overhaul does get to unflip this card. That's very scary. Up next, we have Massive Size. This is a 5/5, 2 mid block, has all of Byakko symbols. This card gets -2 difficulty if you have more health than your rival, period. Pretty good. It's good for Hood, because as an enhanced commit, this deck is +X damage. X equals 10 minus your hand size. Massive Size is a neat card. The lower your hand size, the harder you hit. It's cool. I think that this is a good card. I'm so mad all my one rotated because this card came back. Fair. I think this card is good. I think it's not more than like a 2 of. Truthfully, I think the other one, the other 5 diff that people play is better. Truthfully. Up next, we have Partners in Crime, a 2/5/3 low block that has all life and water. Response commit flip. After you play an attack that shares at least 2 symbols with your character, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck and put them back in any order. Commit flip is a huge cost. But then enhance discard of momentum : your rival discards of momentum, period. This card is very good. This card is going to exist in sideboards all over the place. If I don't need my momentum, I'm getting rid of yours. This card shares 2 symbols with YUYU. I play my attack. I get a momentum. My first enhance. You don't have yours. Eat it, nerd. Eat it, nerd. I'll get my momentum back. You won't. You won't. This card's great. This card's super, super good. Love this card. Love this card to death. The top ability is not incredible, though. I think this actually might be, like, super good in YUYU, though. Commit flip. After you play an attack, it shares at least 2 symbols with your character. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Put them back in any order. This says that you get to pick what you draw. This card seems nuts in YUYU, right? I'm playing YUYU tomorrow. That's it. Up next, we have Protecting Yukina. 2/4. 1 mid-block. Chaos Fire Void. Response. Discard a momentum : after you block with this card, the blocked attack deals no damage, period. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. The chaos symbol, the fire symbol, the void symbol has throw hate. Do you know how many times I've just accidentally killed an Eraserhead because... I accidentally killed an Eraserhead because I just threw him for just a little bit? MHACCG no longer just goes splat due to a throw. Protecting Yukina is going to be 2 mainboard, 2 sideboard for the foreseeable future. As long as Jawjammer Falling Skies exists, this card's going to exist. And then when it's on board, enhance destroy. At the top card of your deck, your momentum. Great ability. Hey, I need to echo here. I'm going to trade this foundation for an extra attack. Beautiful. Beautiful card. Beautiful card. Up next, we have Reborn Human. 1/5, 2 mid block, has all life water. This card does not count towards progressive difficulty to play attacks. And the response card pull: after an attack deals damage, gain 1 health. If I hit you, I gain a health. If you hit me, I gain a health. It says -1 on all the moves. This card's great. This card's super, super good. It is better than the Life Suction Absorption, whatever that card was called. Mandalay Foundation. It is Big Zorby. It is a Mandalay Foundation. You're correct. As the one person who's ever going to play that character, I think this card is cool. I don't think this card's going to see a ton of play unless there's more like staff strikey kind of ideas. Maybe as like a cool throw deck under like the life symbol, you just play both of those cards and are like, all my one diffs that stuff in my card pool and don't count. They build me health. Neat. But I'm not really here for it. This card's fine. Card really did anything in the past. It's fine now. Ready? Cardwell. Yeah, it's fine. 3/5 non-block. Spirit Detective. Death Good Life. Response remove. Remove one card from your discard pile with the word Spirit in its name. After rival plays an enhance ability on an attack, cancel it, period. This card is insane inside of these Spirit decks, and this is the reason that I think that other people are going to be playing the Spirit package, is strictly because of access to Spirit Detective. Yes, the Spirit packages are good, but like this card by itself, and then response commit: after the second copy of an attack is played this turn, seal it. Did you echo me? Seal it. Did you double play a move on me? Seal it. This card is very, very good. You could also, and this is crazy, right? You could just play 4 Spirit Detectives, right? You could just play 4 Spirit Detectives, and whenever I have one on board and I check one, I just response remove and cancel the enhance on the card. I don't play any other Spirit cards. It's just 4 Detectives. It's a 3/5 non-block, sure, but it's okay that I check the 5. It's a 3/5 that I'm down. I want one on my board. I want one on my discard pile. I'm down. I'm so down. It's very good. I like this card a lot. This one's one of the neat ones. Up next, we have the Pilot of the River Styx. 3/5, 3 high block, has Boton symbols. Each ability on this card is only playable if each ability on this card is only playable if your rival has discarded a card from their hand this turn. That includes Review. Response commit. After your attack deals damage, your rival loses 2 health, period. So if you hit with a Boton move, I heal 2, you take a health from Boton, I respond Pilot of River Styx, you lose 2 more. And then response remove. After a non-character responsibility is played, cancel it. So if you have discarded a card, I get to cancel your responsibility. Very good. This is super good. Useful enough for Boton sideboard at best for the rest of us? Yeah, for sure. It's a 4-up in Boton, and then everybody else, like, if you happen to be able to use this other response, if my opponent reviews, I get to cancel responses. It means that, like, on the turn that they want to use that response, they're just not allowed to review and then redraw. Pretty good. Pretty good. Up next, we have the 3 Eyes of Hiei. It's a 3/5 with a 2 high block Chaos Fire Void. Enhance commit. Your rival reveals a random card from their hand. You look at the top card of both decks and change the zone of this attack. This card is fine. This card probably doesn't see play because it's a 3/5 that like just changes the zone of this attack. It says commit full block a move, which like might be enough, right? The big thing about the 3 Eyes of Hiei, it was almost exclusively played in fire decks, so that I could 3 Eyes of Hiei, change the zone to high, and then block with Flame Aura for free, right? I didn't care about revealing the random card in their hand. I didn't care about looking at the top cards of both decks. It was just change the zone so I could block for free. It's fine. It's fine. I just don't think it's going to see any play. It's a common. I think it might be okay in like sealed and draft. It's fine. Up next we have Thunderous Roar. 3/5 4 mid block has the symbols. Enhance commit. Your attack gets 1 speed for each of your rivals face down foundations. Then, if you have 30 or more cards in your discard pile, it gets an additional 1 speed for each of your rivals face down foundations. This card is very good. This card, again, back in its day, I was a big Byakko fan. I think this card was slept on pretty hard in its heyday. Godzilla loves this card. Byakko loves this card. Earth Overhaul loves this card. If you have any way to just like put this on your board and go, this one hits you, it's very good. It's very, very good. This is one of the good ones. Next, we have the toughest punk in junior high. Crazy that these guys are middle schoolers, huh? That's what this says. Junior high says that they're middle schoolers. 2/5 3 mid block. Response flip before you take damage from an attack. Reduce the damage you would take by 3. This is just a different flavor of Ultra Regeneration. Or Super Regeneration, excuse me. So, it's fine. It leaves. It comes back. Neat. Yusuke is only 14 years old. And he has a grown man named Younger Togoro just trying to beat the shit out of him. It's very funny. This card's fine. This card's nothing to write home about. I didn't love it when it was back in its own world. Lastly, chat, we'll talk about the retro-only cards. These cards are not playable inside of Standard when it comes out. But these cards are playable inside of Draft and Sealed. If you open any of these cards that I'm going to talk about whenever we play Draft or Sealed, you do get to play them. We have Tororo Brothers. Arguably one of my least favorite cards of all time. It's a 1/4 2 mid block action. You can see it says action right here. After you play this card, you may remove it or draw 1 card. Response: after an ability is played on an asset or foundation, cancel its effects and destroy that card. It's this word here that bugs me. I think the rest of all of this is totally fine. It's just this word here. If the word "and" didn't exist, right? Someone's going to draft 2 Tororo Brothers at the RLE. I think it's going to be like 1 per case or something like that. Like maybe 1 per box. They're going to be very hard to get. They're like a second set of secret rares that you can get. Up next, we have Spirit Gun. Spirit Gun is a 5/3 2 mid block. Has all of Yusuke 1's symbols, who we will see soon. It's a 5 mid for 6. Enhance, change this attack's zone to high or low, period. Yusuke enhance, destroy 1 rival foundation. This card's very good. This card looks great. I like the fact that he's popping out of the art, like he's covering the word Spirit Gun. The kanji over here on the side looks incredible. Good looking card. Good looking card. Up next, we have Spirit Shotgun. Whip Crack. 5/3 2 high block. It's a 4 mid for 7 with all of Yusuke 1 symbols. It's an attack. You can see so right here. Enhance. This attack gets +1 damage for each printed resource symbol in your card pool that matches a resource symbol with your character. So the longer your string can be, you can play the 1 shotgun. It's going to get massive. Enhance. Its attack is completely blocked. It still deals half damage rounded up. Pretty good. And then Deadlock Enhance. Destroy 3 rival foundations. Yes, you get to pick. You get to pick. Next, we have True Identity. 2/5 3 mid block. All Chaos Evil. First form, commit. Your checks to play attacks get +1 for the rest of the turn, period. And then Rando Enhance, we don't care about. Tenacious, your moves get +1/1. Who cares? It is unique. Thank goodness. Yeah, thank goodness they changed this. This being first form fixes the card. Fixes the card. It being a form commit, very messed up. Very messed up. Happy to see it gone. And then lastly, we have Yusuke. I think this is the coolest thing that they're time warping, just because I think it'd be neat for Yusuke to be played inside of the sealed draft. 7 size, 22 health, his death, good, and life. Enhance once per turn. The next card you try to play this turn, it gets a -1 difficulty or -1 to its block modifier for each resource symbol it shares, the card that you're attempting to play, with your character. And then enhance, remove a card from your discard pile with the word Spirit in its name. This attack gets +2 or -2 damage. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, I think that having these reprints, these last 5, they're neat. They're cool for people who are trying to chase them, but it's nothing really to say. Chat. This video has been actually an hour long, so I'm not going to ask your opinion at the very end. I am very happy with what the back page looks like, but I would love you, YouTube, to let me know your guys' thoughts. If I do this, what happens? I would love for you to let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. With that said, you guys, thank you much for watching, and as always, I wish you well.